the division.
Oh, the division.
But,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like
yeah.
when you have a significant other, you spend some money on each other.
Yeah, when you have
buddy.
good friends, you know.
Like I gave her an electric blanket, full size, maybe queen. I can't remember. It's like $60. Oh my God. It's
Oh, is
great.
that what Car got you?
No, I got her an electric blanket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Which is
remember when she
awesome.
told me about that.
I Spy putting it in, beaten on the bottom side. Nice little move across the crease.
Oh, what a move by I Spy, getting it off in that top corner while we're sitting here chit-chatting. And he's ready to play, buddy. He's ready to bring TCT, well, Tarsonis City, some love tonight.
The Wildcats, you know, getting some fangs here early, as Nova is going to pick this up. And now Nova really just chilling with this, but does give it up for Student. Quite the Probe League team here, you got to say, for the Crusaders. I mean, you got Student, Cyclonic, you got Nova on the back end. What would make this a better probe team? I can't think of it.
You know, they're very, very talented skaters,
Absolutely.
that's for sure.
And definitely, I think they're very capable of coming back here. Only one down. They are not scared whatsoever. As Muffin is going to pick this up, give it up for Asgar. You know, don't discount the Wildcats, of course. Demos, I Spy, Asgar. Pretty good names all around. Good to see, you know, Probe League thriving. I Spy is going to pick this up, except for Cubs' team. You know, rest in peace. Maybe your players will show up sometimes.
Very BM, friend.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
They won a game last night.
They did. Student now giving it for Nova up on the third man point.
Driving
in and taking a shot. Ties it.
Oh, my Lord. Nova catching his last man back. Typically, when you're last man back and you get the puck that close to the net, you don't really get that much time. But he had a chance and just floated it right on past for the goal.
Now, I Spy is going to give this over for Demo. Student does take it away. He's going to go back, try to clear this out, get a little bit of time and space. Kind of being lost here, but Student does get it back as Nova is wide open. 2-on-1, Cyclonic breaking for the net. Nova's going to go a little bit top side, try to make something happen, going across, and Muffin Man does grab it from Asgar, who had stopped that right on the edge of the crease. Now Demos in for Nova. Cubs saying 1v1 me Hawkhounds only, Teroh. Please, buddy. We know how that would go. It's pretty obvious.
Iron sights.
Ask Zach Smack. Now Demos putting it in right on to Steve. And he's going to grab this up for Nova, almost giving it away to Demos right in the slot. And Nova trying to pass it across. Asgar in the lane. Good coverage there, as Asgar is going to skate this off the top side, pass it. And Steve, no problems picking this up. That'll be a funny one to look at on the shot map. I Spy Gecko up for Demos. Demos driving in, trying to get past Nova. Good little defensive click there as Nova is going to clean that up. Moving it up for Cyclonic. Now Cyclonic. Back and forth, giving it for Nova. Just goes a little bit wide. As Nova recovers. I'm getting a couple little jitters here and there. Maybe it's because it's East, but otherwise game seems to be going pretty smoothly. I Spy is now going to give this up for Demos. Demos boosting up to the top. He's third man now as Asgar decided to jump in on the play a little bit. Kind of a questionable decision, but it works out for him as Gecko gets through. Student in close, back and forth, and Student does recover, gets it away. Demos is going to grab this and continue the offense as Asgar coming in, taking a shot, and that's blocked by Cyclonic. He's going to pass this forward, get it away, and Gecko now trying to pass this over for Nova as Asgar up for Demos, in close, and Cyclonic coming back. Good defense there as Nova sorts it out. Up for Student, tons of time, days, and Muffin Man can't make the save.
Tons of time, days, acres, whatever, you know, parsecs, you know, even though we know that's a length.
Nerd.
That's not time. Tons of time, great shot, good patience. Student writing up another one on the board.
Nerd.
Almost snuck that one in. Yeah, you said earlier that Shakuras had a great talented pro squad, and they definitely do. They're not scared at all. They've been able to get some really nice shots on the goal. You're going to see a tight Tight, well, I mean, actually, I take that back mid-sentence. Mostly the shots are coming from the red team, man. The Wildcats are killing it. And my analysis is awful when I'm making assumptions. So I'm not going to do that again.
Well done. All right. Good job. Now Cyclonic is going to boost forward and pass it across. My heater is falling over, but I picked it up. Now Nova is going to get towards the center. Couple lanes blocked. Nothing really doing for him, as Demos is going to block that as expected. Asgar now back to Demos. Good little pass there. Demos trying to make something happen, and iSpy is just a little bit too far forward to make anything happen on that. Nova's going to pick this up. Taking a shot from far out. Muffin Man does grab it. And up top, Student sliding this forward. Didn't have great control of it, as Asgar feeding Demos. Good pass there. Back for Demos. Unable to get the shot away, as Nova does pick this up. And Cyclonic does get by the defense just barely, as Asgar comes forward and strips it away. Over for the one-timer, and Steve does make the save. Now Student decides not to grab it. Actually worked out for him. Cyclonic has it. Giving it to the one-timer for Student. Interesting little chance there. But Muffin Man does hit that away, as Asgar is going to pick this up. Gets by the Nova YOLO. Cuts back. Giving it for Demos, who boosts in and takes a shot. Steve does manage to grab it. Nova crossing center. Cuts back couple times. Now gets by Demos, making a little bit of room for himself, but Asgar takes it away. Demos unable to get enough separation to get a breakaway there. But almost gets sharked. Steve, very risky play there, as Student's going to come in 2-on-1 developing here. Student going close side. Short side, and Student unable to make something with that, as Muffin reads that perfectly and grabs it. Nice play by Muffin. Now Asgar does not receive this. iSpy getting clicked by Student. And iSpy passing it over. Student does recover, as Nova's going to skate out with this one. Tons of space on the top side, closed by iSpy. He takes it away, taking a shot, and Student with the block there, as Nova is going to try to pass this across. iSpy does pick it up. Student gets it away. He's got a little bit of separation, enough breathing room to try to take a pass, but Demos does cut it off, as Demos is now going to boost top side. Not really an angle for a shot. Takes it anyway. Steve, no problem with that one. Passing it up for Student. And Student's going to start towards the net. Passing it across. Nova picks it up. He's going to give it over. I'm trying to predict it, and it didn't work. Asgar is going to pick this up. Bottom side. Nova in the lane. Does get it across. Just a little bit of daylight. And iSpy unable to put it away. Nice save by Steve. Cyclonic circling a couple times. Turns it over. Asgar on a breakaway now. He's got a little bit of space, and he hits the post. Now Nova and Asgar battling for this puck. Asgar getting close towards the net, putting it short side. Asgar once again shooting top side. 2 posts. And Demos off the back pass. This will go to Asgar. Back and forth action here, but right now all Wildcats. As this goes to Cyclonic, he circles. Student's not there, and Cyclonic misaims that one. Student bouncing off the backside, trying to get through iSpy. Nova is going to pick this up. He's got Cyclonic, takes a shot himself. Student and close beats him.
I mean, really, the difference in this game has got to be the goalie play. I mean, the Shakuras Crusaders haven't had a whole lot of chances on the goal, but anytime they get there, they're finding the back of the net pretty often. And I mean, Muffin's not the worst goalie in the world, but he's definitely not having the best day out there right now. Student will be he has a crown right now, but honestly, I think that entire second period was all Steve. Multiple chances the Wildcats had right on the doorstep. Good opportunities, but I mean, Steve was just stoning them. He was feeling them out, blocking everything that came his way. And you know, if he can keep that up in this third and not crack, he's got himself the W.
80% is pretty phenomenal in a pro league goalie. You know, somebody scout this kid for next season. Season 7 hype. Student now off the backside is going to bounce and put this over to Steve. He actually had beaten Demos on the forecheck. Could have had a 3-on-2 develop. Instead, they go for the slower play here. Nova in the slot. Gets it back. Taking a shot. Not actually, because I tried to lie to you guys. I'm sorry. Student.
Why would you lie to us like that?
You know, it happens. You get excited in the moment. Cyclonic picks this up over for Nova. Now Nova trying to make a circle a little bit too early. Demos gets there in time. Hits the outside of the post. A little bit of daylight there between Muffin's stick and the post. But Cyclonic is going to bring this back to Steve. Steve bouncing it to Student. Good recovery there. And Student's going to give this up for Nova. That gets moved. Demos is going to have to use his boost if he wants a chance at this.
Where's the boost?
But I guess he didn't have it. Now Cyclonic boosting. I Spy trying to catch back up to him. Does get there. As this shot goes off of shield. Steve's shield. Nova's going to pick this up. And bounce it top side for Cyclonic. Does not receive it. This gets turned over to Asgar. Asgar way far away from any other of his options. But he comes in a little bit taking a shot. And Steve is going to save that. As Cyclonic picks this up, cuts backwards. Over for Nova. Nova boosting forward. Makes a little fake there. Gets enough daylight to put that through. And Student almost losing it to I Spy. Very risky play. Reminded me of Kurt, you know, that one time when he lost the game by turning it over twice as third man. Now Demos driving in. I'm sorry, that was very BM.
Buddy, come on.
We all remember that game. Asgar.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I played in a lot of games, kid.
All right. Cyclonic is going to take that away. Nice defensive play there. Asgar, unfortunately, follows him. As he is going to give it the one-timer, and that goes in.
Quick flip by Asgar. Cutting Teroh off mid-sentence because, you know, he's a scrub anyways. But Asgar's been trying all day long to get some good assists, and he's been feeding Demos, but finally gets one through. Is that going to open up the floodgates? Because the Wildcats have been having multiple chances.
Coming in! Not quite. But, you know, Steve standing tall, still doing a great job. As Student is going to take a far angle on this one. Real sharp, not much available to him there. So Gecko is going to take this. Nova clearing it out. And Nova back in the corner. Bouncing. And gets a little bit of separation. Nova now cutting across, giving it to Student. He receives it, and Asgar, no problem in the slot, taking it away from Student. Nova does pick it up. He boosts forward, takes a quick shot, and Muffin Man with the save. Muffin bottom side to Gecko. And I Spy over to Asgar, cutting across, almost made it. Steve does make the save, as Cyclonic's going to pick this up. The Crusaders, very familiar with the pretend I'm going forward, cut back, and make the pass play, but it's working right now. As Student will pick this up, get through Demos, take a shot, and it's just a little bit wide to the right. As Asgar is going to skate this out. 35 seconds remain. Wildcats got to make something going. Gecko coming in, cutting across. Demos probably on the doorstep with his C, but not able to connect that pass. And Student's going to move this up for Nova. 1-goal game, 22 seconds remaining. And this pass up for Student, Cyclonic rather.
Risk it to get the biscuit.
And Muffin. Asgar giving it to Gecko. Use the shield. And Demos on the doorstep once again. Not really open for the pass. Over to Demos. Cutting in, taking a shot just off of it. And that will do it.
Oh, man, what a game that was. Tense all the way down till the final seconds. I mean... But a great game nonetheless by all these players. Student's going to be taking the crown, though, with all points coming off of his stick. Student, a great talent out there. I've seen him in Pro League. You know, maybe not ready to take the next step, but I think Steve also really showing his stripes out there in net. 85%. He had a one-timer that did go in that third. But, you know, other than that, you know, he had a great performance in this game. You know, a lot to look up on for both these teams. The Wildcats do have Asgar, who, you know, was having, I mean, he had a phenomenal performance. If you see the points, he's got 76 points. He almost took the crown as the losing player. That usually says a whole lot about the player himself. 18 passes out with 1 assist and +7 on steals. He's coming from Europe and getting those numbers. So, you know, if he can find a good, better supporting cast or get a little bit better performance from the skaters he has, you know, he can have, you know, a hell of a season. And the Wildcats aren't too far out from, you know, one of the best in the league.
Definitely, you know, couldn't have summarized it better myself, buddy.